Hello guys, welcome to Visa Pathfinders. My name is Peter Olubayo. In today's video, I will be busting many common myths about moving abroad. Before I start, let me tell you, yes, you, Tayo, Emeka, Mustafa and Chidinma, that the best time to travel abroad was probably 10 years ago. So don't let any of these hold you down. Because of that, you want to watch this video to the very end. Also, let us know in the comment section if any of this is relatable to you. And if this is the first time you are joining us on Visa Pathfinders, we are happy to have you. Please subscribe, like and share our videos, and remember to click the notification button so that you don't miss any of our new videos. We understand the importance of correct information when it comes to migrating abroad, and that is why this channel exists. And to our returning subscribers, thank you so much for your support all the time. So without further ado, let's get to the first on my list. Number 1. A lot of people believe that you need to visit somewhere before your major traveling abroad, such as visiting countries in their own opinion with a high visa success rate, especially in Asia, Middle East, Europe or what have you, before making the travel to the country they intend to migrate to. In Nigerian language, they call it disvirgin your international passport. The truth is that you don't need to travel to some other countries or obtain a visitor visa somewhere before you make your major travel. I know a lot of people, including myself, whose major or first international travel was to their destination, whether for studies or work purposes. In as much as you have a genuine reason to enter the country of your choice, I'll say that there is no need of wasting money on such activities. Second myth is that you need a lot of money to travel abroad. This alone has deterred a lot of people from even trying at all. So that you don't misunderstand what I'm saying, let me start by saying that obviously this is true to a large extent. To migrate to the UK, Canada or what have you these days, it takes a lot of money. No thanks, especially to the exchange rate of dollars and pounds to your local currencies, I believe. However, there are other places to move to, maybe in the interim before going to that country of your dream. This idea is usually a good way to raise money to fund your next destination. You just need access to the right information, which today is readily available on the internet, search YouTube and other social media. So yes, money is needed, but if you don't have too much, you will need to realistically manage your expectations. A good example that comes to mind is if you are going to countries with lesser financial requirements. Specifically for studies, you might want to consider countries like Austria or Malta. We made videos on cheap universities in Europe, in Canada, and even free colleges in the US. Make sure to check these videos out. So in all, just like what Martin Luther King Jr. said, if you can't fly, then run. If you can't run, then walk. If you can't walk, then crawl. But whatever you do, you have to keep moving forward. Another one is that you need a big language score. This factor alone should not be a reason why you are stuck. Peradventure, you don't really need a big language score such as in your IELTS. Again, this is based on the level of access to information that you've got. I for one advise people to get the best proficiency in their language ability for the country they are moving to. But that alone should not be enough deterrent from qualifying you from traveling overseas. For instance, nurses struggling to pass IELTS with the aim of traveling or working in the UK can migrate to Jamaica, then move after a year. This move allowed them to waive English language proficiency altogether when they come to the Nursing and Midwifery Council registration. The same goes for students of any discipline looking to study overseas. I quite understand that for you to enter the express entry of Canada and many other point-based systems all over the world, a good English language proficiency score will give you an edge. But what I'm saying here is that alone should not be the reason why you are stuck. Fourth is the belief that you need an agent for your visa to be approved. Apologies to all my friends that have agencies, but truth be told, you necessarily don't need an agent from start to finish. The visa application page for most countries are well detailed and will prompt you so that you don't forget to add any important documents. But if you want to use agent, that's up to you. Also, booking flights don't necessarily require a third party, but as I mentioned, it's up to you. As much as we also provide free resources on here, I understand that sometimes a little help or a little push is required. That is why we now have a paid service that cuts across many services, whether you are looking at migration consultation, CV development or enhancement, and many more. Kindly click the seller link in the description box and pinned comment to this video for further information. Wow, my fifth point is going to resonate well to many religious people and that has to do with the saying that people who move abroad are unpatriotic or cowards. Actually, it takes some level of overcoming the fears of the unknown to move to a land that you haven't been before. It's like starting life afresh. So, on the contrary, I believe that, and a lot of people also find out, that people who finally make up their mind to leave certainty for uncertainty in the hope of a good life, even where they will soon become an ethnic minority, are brave. And we can learn a lot from them. To understand this very well, ask a bank manager in Nigeria who left everything behind to become a carer in the United Kingdom. It's not funny at all. So I say to you that if the thought of moving out of your country ever crossed your mind, be brave to act on it. I will now proceed to highlight some misconceptions about living abroad itself. A lot of people believe that once I travel, all my problems will be solved. Strangely, for the most people, they don't leave all their problems at the airport. The people who think that traveling abroad will solve their problems, majorly economic, weirdly believe that there are lots of money abroad, which to some extent is true. However, until you travel out, your reality might be vague or cloudy. The reality actually is that there are people struggling everywhere, and there are folks who have more than enough. That is life. The problem with most developing countries like Nigeria, India, or what have you, is that the basics of life, such as access to healthcare, constant electricity, good road, or basic education, have been turned into luxury and only made available to the elite. However, the only thing promised in the developed world, which you hope to move to, be it the US, the UK, Canada, and lots more, are the basics and the opportunity to become whatever you want to be, but the process takes time. Every other thing apart from these two I mentioned probably is still subject to your individual circumstances, which might be your visa status, skills and work experience, or level of education, among others. So just bear in mind that it might not look the way you are seeing it right now. A lot of people struggle with tax or benefit system or etc., while at the same time people flourish. The next one is like what I previously discussed. The myth number 7 is that everyone abroad is okay. Oh dear, traveling away from home could breed depressions, plus the lifestyle isn't the same that you are used to so far. So that's far from the truth. Not everyone is okay. That's sad, I know. But of course, our prayers is that we will flourish in that country. And that brings me to one of the addition of my friend Sahid. When I asked him about this, he said, another misconception is that you have all the time in the world. This misconception will leave more with your family and friends back at home than with you, as they tend to think you're having a holiday. So moving abroad is anything but holiday. But some of your family and friends will think that you have all the time in the world and you are enjoying life to the fullest without any major responsibilities to worry about. Oh, they are so wrong. People who move abroad work 8 to 12 hours or even more per day, just like they did back at home. They also pay taxes, do groceries, cook, and clean the house. Don't forget, without house help in most instances. They probably also have ongoing issues or stuff to take care back at home, and in the meantime they are trying to make new friends while carving out time to stay in touch with family and friends. Maybe this is the reason why you try to contact them and they seem not to be readily available. It's not a holiday, not even comparable with a backpacking trip of several months. Let me know which of these can you relate to, whether you are home or abroad, or sometimes people abroad wish that people understand this. So let us know the other myth that you think exists as well. Of course, this is not exhaustive. Before I go, let me remind you that the best time to travel, once again, is probably 10 years ago for you. So don't let any of these hold you down. Until when next we meet, don't forget that at Visa Pathfinders, it is our pleasure to be part of your success story. Bye.